Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Crystal, and in today's video, I will be transforming this little dresser. Today's video is a little friendly competition between myself and DIYs by Dar. A while back, Dar and I won the Thrift Flip Challenge hosted by LaVonne from Statement Designs and Kat from Alling Dog Designs. So this is the piece I picked. I took Dar virtually shopping with me at a local Goodwill near me, and that is where I picked up this little dresser. It's not a super high quality piece. It is pine, but it's very cheap and not really too exciting. So I plan on painting this piece. We did have to reinforce that bottom part down below. It was just a repair made at one point with just some very thin MDF or LaVonne board. I had my husband cut me a piece to fit so that way I could reinforce that bottom board a bit.
Look at all these chairs.
Oh my.
I know. I actually think they go with this table right here, but I'm not sure because that table looks kind of small and the chairs look kind of big.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of stuff here. Normally it's kind of like slim pickings. So I really like this dresser, and it's only $10.
Oh geez.
I know, but I mean, the one thing I don't like about it is it's got that Formica top. There's my husband.
Hey there.
I got two of them. I don't know which one I'm going to use. This big bright orange dresser here, right? That's only $10, and this one's only $8.
The bottom corner had a pretty significantly sized piece of wood missing there, so I used this quick wood epoxy to repair that. This product is sandable, but it is not stainable, so that is one thing to remember when you're using it. But I like it because it dries really super hard and it's very moldable and easy to work with. I used some small finishing nails to reinforce that piece of thin MDF board with the piece of wood my husband cut for me on the front. I have this custom mixed paint color that I've had for a while now. It's a bunch of different latex paints mixed together to get this really pretty like turquoise green color. I'm painting the whole entire piece, and this is going to be my base coat for my Saltwash.
It's not super high quality or anything. Like it's just really thin. And I think the bottom is, I don't know, not cardboard.
Well, that's good, hopefully, for a quick flip and not too many repairs.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty easy. So
I absolutely love textured furniture, you guys. And I have done the salt wash technique so many times. It's super easy and super simple and very affordable. You need just some cheap sea salt. You can pick it up at the dollar store, the one with the grinder. And I'm just grinding this up into a container, a disposable container. For this project, I'm grinding up about a half of a cup or so. And then I added about a fourth of a cup of plaster of Paris. I am really very much an eyeballer when it comes to mixing this formula, because if I want more texture, I will just add more plaster of Paris and more sea salt. If I want less texture, I will just add less. In a different container, I'm putting some latex paints. I'm using some of the original base color, and I'm adding in some green as well, just to kind of change it. I want more of a greenish color versus this turquoise blue to be my main color I want to focus on. And then I'm adding my sea salt mixture into my paint. This is just a really easy and affordable way to make your own salt wash, you guys. You don't need to use high quality products, high quality chalk paints. You can use simple latex paints. Then I'm just mixing it up really good, and you can see how thick it is and how chunky it is. It's going to give us some beautiful texture here. And then using a cheap, inexpensive chip brush, I'm just going to tap this paint on. I'm going to brush it on. I'm going to just create lumps and bumps and brush strokes and ridges and all of those things that are just going to make this beautiful textured piece. And this is definitely one of those times you are definitely going to have to trust the process. It's for sure going to look really ugly before it turns into that beautiful swan. I waited overnight for my first layer of salt wash to completely dry. The next day, I made a little bit more of my salt wash mixture, and I had a little bit of paint left over still from my first coat. So I just added my salt directly into my paint and added a little bit of this cashew color Waverly chalk paint and mix that all together to get a new color. And then I just repeated that process. I tapped and I dabbed and I brushed and created all the ridges and brush strokes and lumps and bumps as I did with my first coat of my salt wash. Once that was completely dry, for my fourth layer of paint, I had a little bit of this paint wash left over from another project. It's just a bunch of mixed up paints, different types of paints and water. And then I'm just taking a paper towel and I'm just dabbing this paint wash mixture on all over. I added this little metal keyhole embellishment thing, but spoiler alert, this ended up being a fail and I did remove it later on. When that was dry, it was time for the final coat of paint. I'm going with this plaster color from Waverly chalk paint brand, but again, you can use a latex paint. This is just what I had on hand, and I wanted a white color for my final coat of paint. So I'm just applying this over top of the whole entire piece. When my white coat of paint was all dry, I got out my orbital sander and used some 200 grit sandpaper and just very, very gently sanded through those layers. I didn't apply any pressure while sanding. I would just gently let the sander do its job, and you can just see all of those beautiful, yummy layers just pulling through. On the knobs and around the edges, I applied a little bit more pressure so I can expose some of that wood. I used a damp cloth and wiped off all of the sanding dust. I then very lightly went over the areas that I thought there was too much of the paint showing through underneath, and I just lightly dry brushed everything. And then it was time to seal everything. I used a lacquer on this piece, and I always thin my clear brushing lacquer down with some lacquer thinner. It just makes it easier to brush out. This stuff is very stinky. I highly recommend wearing personal protection equipment and a face mask. And that was pretty much it on this piece, you guys. Let's have a quick look at the before we check out the final reveal. I absolutely love the texture on this piece. I am just a sucker for the Saltwash. I love all these chippy, yummy layers that peek through, and it's so beautiful. I love the beach anyways, so anything that reminds me of the beach is a win. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts. And please remember to check out DIYs by Dars video, Statement Designs video, and Owling Dog Designs video. Thank you guys so much. I really hope you love this one, and I hope you consider subscribing, liking, and commenting down below. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.